I see that there's a few folks here. I don't know who you are, but thank you. I don't know your yoga backgrounds or trauma experiences or how much you know about yoga or mindfulness or where you are. This course, this session, this series of sessions won't be extraordinarily difficult yoga. If you're here for handstands and body shredding, this isn't the right course for you. I've designed this course for people like me, veterans or victims of trauma, survivors of trauma that still have difficulties adapting to the modern world, that have difficulties placing themselves in the modern world and where society thinks we should be. Late at night is when, back when I was victim to more of my addiction issues, late at night was where I had the biggest problems. And there weren't yoga classes late at night. There weren't AA courses late at night. So that's partially why I'm doing this. There are 22 million military veterans in the United States right now. And how many of them are fucked up in little ways or big ways? There's damage that we bring forward, and when we're in the modern world, we're expected to have a smile on our face and treat each other with respect and dignity, and that's all awesome. But sometimes it's very difficult when you have all these ghosts in your head. So my goal isn't to solve any problems. If you have trauma, I'm not going to fix that. If you have addiction issues, I'm not going to fix that. If you feel like you don't fit into society, I'm not going to fix that. The reason why I'm having these courses tonight is so that we can have a few minutes of quietude, a second where you are reminded how powerful you are, a briefest moment where you know you are the solution to all of your problems. Or if nothing else, for just a few seconds, if you get your head out of your asshole, I'll be happy, because that's pretty good. After all my years of therapy and counseling, what's been most valuable to me is those few opportunities where I'm able to take my head out of my ass and just breathe and remember how much power this meat suit has. So that's why I'm doing this. You ready? Yoga. What is yoga? There are 1,000 answers to that. For me, yoga is linking breath and movement. It's that simple. If you are able to breathe while moving or move while breathing and be able to perceive both of those, nothing else in the world matters. Work with me here. We're going to do a quick example of the 2 types of yoga breath movement that I like. Take your hands. Handstand by your side. Breathe with me. In, out. And on that next inhalation, bring those hands up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale. Relax. You have just successfully yogaed. That's not a real word, but you just did it anyways. You've linked movement with breath. And for that brief little second, nothing else mattered, right? Here's the second example. We're gonna mix them up. So inhale with me, up. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And on the exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand behind you. Exhale. And then don't move like I just did. Keep your head to the side. Stay in that seated position. Stay in that twisted position. Inhale. And every time you exhale, try to stretch a tiny bit more. Again, inhale. Exhale. Stretch a tiny bit more. And now inhale again. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and down. Dudes, for the second time, you've just successfully yoga'd. You linked movement with breath, and then you held a position, and while breathing in and out, you extended the reach of your stretch. That's pretty much what the physical aspect of yoga is. There's a lot more, but that's the basis. There's a lot of mental, spiritual, and emotional things that come with it, but that's the basis of it. So for these 8 classes, these 4 bi-weekly classes, that's really all we're going to focus on. And I think that's pretty cool. If you've got the mind monkeys, if you've got anxiety, if you've got sleep deprivation issues, unfuck yourself and remember how to breathe. I think that's pretty cool. I was in the Army, I was a cop, bad things happened, things blew up, bad just stuff, and life was rough. And honestly, yoga and breathing and meditation, I don't want to say it saved my life, but it saved the quality of my life. So I'm now at a point where I want to share that with my friends. Are we ready? Are you ready to breathe and remember how powerful you are? Good, because here we are in this 1970s era living room with the fake wood fireplace, ready to breathe. Are we okay? Do you have a block? If you don't have a block, that's okay. If you have a pillow or a blanket, try to sit on it. The goal is to get your hips above your knees. And we're just going to sit and breathe. We're going to have our sternum up. We're going to have our shoulders rotated outwards, not in, but outwards. Have your thumbs as far back as possible. And then bring your hands back to your knees. We're going to start with the simplest of stretches. We're going to start with yes and no. And we're going to link it to breath, like I said before. So, with me, inhale, head up. Feel all those muscles at the back of the neck. Exhale, chin to chest. Exhale as long as you can. Inhale again, up. Shoulders back, sternum up. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale. Head up. Eyes to the back of your head. And exhale to neutral. Now, no. So we're going to inhale and exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. This time hold it. Inhale. And as you exhale, try to stretch a little bit more. One more time. Stretch a little bit more. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Hold it there. Inhale. Exhale, stretch a little bit more. Inhale, stretch a little bit more. Inhale, back to center. So for those of you that aren't familiar with yoga, you're like 5 out of 5 with successful yoga-ing. And that's not even real English, but linking breath to movement is what it's all about. So as we proceed tonight and as you proceed in the future, as your asanas and postures and poses get more difficult, keep in mind that no matter what you do, as long as you link breath to movement, you'll be successful in yoga. No matter how much stretch you get or how far you could bend, you might tell that I'm not the most fit yogi ever, but I consider myself successful at yoga because I can link breath to movement, and it takes the mind monkeys out and allows me to unfuck myself. So we have one more head movement. Same thing. Movement with breath. Inhale. Right ear to right shoulder. Hold it. Hold it. Inhale. A little bit more stretch if you can. Can you feel that on your right or left? Inhale. Back to center. Left ear, left shoulder. Inhale. Keep it there. Inhale. Back to center. And relax. Now, I want you to think for a second. In the past 60, 90 seconds, how much of your world and its bad things interfered with you? Hopefully not very much, because we're focusing on this. Keep that in your mind. Keep that as a reminder that all this stuff out there, it matters. But when we're doing this, when we're on this little mat, when we're doing this breathing practice, there's really nothing that could bother us. And this is our space. This is our place to be warm and to heal.